What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a bit different than usual, just because I've been kind of meaning to make this video for a little while, just with all the kind of backlash and sort of general negativity surrounding the England manager job and like the game against Scotland. It was just kind of, I think after that game against Scotland, things just kind of exploded and the pessimism became like just ridiculously high for the tournament going forward. So I really want to make this video because I kind of wanted to point out some, in my opinion, some quite obvious facts for about Gareth Southgate and about England in general, and just generally kind of have a bit more of a rant video. It's not really much of a tips video or predictions video. This is pretty much just a rant about general English football and the pessimism around Southgate and England team. So the first point I kind of want to make was that I don't think people realise that Southgate has gotten us the furthest in a tournament we've been in ages. Like in the World Cup 2018, there was literally no hope for that team going forward. No hope whatsoever. People were like, why have you hired Southgate? It's complete unknown. Like he bottled that penalty. He just like, why have you hired him? And it's like, well, there was no pressure on the team then, and look how well they performed. Now, granted, some people will say they had an easy lineup, but England usually bottle those sorts of games. Like they could have easily bottled it against Colombia. They could have easily choked against Sweden, but they didn't. And I think there's some kind of obvious facts that people are missing about Southgate when you look at how much hate there is for him. I'm just on YouTube now. Just look at how much hate there is for his general him generally being the manager, all because of one game. Like, yes, I know that the football wasn't that great, and we generally played a bit negative, but we got a result at the end of the day. We got a draw. We got 3 points against Croatia, and now just recently we finished top of the table because we beat Czech Republic. We're not some prolific, free-flowing, goal-scoring side like Belgium or Italy or Spain. Like we're not that sort of team, and we don't have to be that team. So long as we get results, it doesn't really matter. But something I kind of wanted to bring up was that no one ever mentions the mentality around an England team. They only ever point out how good the players are, or like how good the manager is, or we've got this star player or that star player, or we've got so much pace, or we've got it doesn't really matter so much as how much has the team, or how much is the team going to gel together, and what sort of mentality they have going this tournament. Like no other manager, in my opinion, has brought that team mentality to an England team for quite a while, and Gareth Southgate's done that for me simply because this guy doesn't seem like he has got a massive ego, like, and he seems like he's able to control bigger egos in the England team. Like not many managers can do that. So I don't know why there's so much hate around him. Yes, we don't play attractive football, but it doesn't really matter. That attractive football doesn't always win games. Like look at Portugal when they won the Euros. Like they didn't play attractive football. They literally just scraped by every game, somehow managing to get results. Like it really doesn't matter so long as you get results. And personally, all I find is that whenever England fans get super pessimistic, and typically pessimistic for England standards, like all it does is make the team play worse. All it does is bring negativity. All it does is make the team have more pressure on their shoulders. And what I've actually found surprising is that Gareth Southgate's actually been one of the few managers who is actually able to shield the team from that a little bit, and like give them that optimism, give them that courage to not listen to the press, not listen to the media, not listen to the fans, just play football and try to get results. Like people keep talking about, oh, why is he benching Sancho? Like why is he playing Grealish? It's like, well, the manager clearly knows his players better than any of you. He knows the team mentality. He knows the tactics better than any of you fans. So why are you criticising him when at the end of the day he's getting results? Like Sancho doesn't seem like the type of player who can play for a team. Yes, he's talented. Yes, he's fast. But Saka played in his position of the day and he played incredible. So should therefore Saka be dropped and Sancho start? Like it really doesn't make a difference. Like having incredible players. I mean, we had an incredible team. We had the golden generation, and look how it turned out. Because there was no balance or chemistry in the team. There was no leadership in the team. There was no leadership in the manager. Like it doesn't always work out that the best players win tournaments or win games. That's just not how tournament football works. So I don't understand why. In fact, I do understand. I know it's just the natural thing. Like England just naturally has a pessimistic view towards football. We're so unbelievably negative, and for some reason just love the hate bandwagon. Whenever an England game is coming up, the pessimism surrounding football is just incredible. Like it's just become like almost part of our culture to criticize our football teams. And as soon as things look slightly, even going slightly bad or they're not playing that well, our first thought is to criticize and berate the players and berate the manager. But it's like, well, how about for a change? How about you just back the team and back the manager? Maybe that way they might actually go further in the tournament. You never know. So that was a bit of a long rant, but I thought it was really important to put this out there because I genuinely believe we can't win a tournament unless the players believe they can win the tournament and the fans get behind them. I don't think it's going to be much harder if the fans are not with the team. And being so pessimistic and thinking, oh, the manager was just sacked in the middle of a tournament, we've not even exited the tournament. It's just stupid. It really doesn't matter how good the players you've got are. It's more about playing as a team, making sure the team gels well, and just simply getting results. Whether you play free-flowing attacking football or you play part the bus football, it really doesn't matter. It's not attractive to watch, sure, and probably don't score any goals, but who cares as long as we win? And you've got we've got our best chances of winning if we get behind the team rather than just people criticising the manager, criticising the style of football, saying, "Oh, like we should sack him. We should sack him. He's crap." Like, just stop being so negative. That's the reason we don't win games because our fans are so annoying. I think really all Southgate needs to be judged on right now is the results and how far he gets during the tournament. Don't be saying, "Oh, we got lucky" or "we got an easy draw." If we beat Germany, don't then say, and we go far in the tournament, don't then say, "Oh yeah, but we had an easy draw." Like just stop looking at the negatives. He's done a pretty good job compared to the managers we've had previously. I mean, hell, do people not remember when we had Roy Hodgson? That team looked 10 times worse, and we had playing together, and they had probably better individual players. Like the golden generation, they didn't play well. Do you know what I mean? Like, the players are not super important as much as it is the team mentality and how well the team gel together. Yeah, so yeah, I just kind of want to put this message out there, and hopefully people will actually get behind the team regardless of how we play. So long as we get results, that's what really matters. And I think people forget that during the World Cup, Southgate was like the hero. He was like the guy who he was doing the impossible, who did really well. Everyone was backing him, and then all of a sudden, people just randomly forgotten that he did really well. Like, yeah, it's only been 2 years. We also did well in the Nations League. We got to the final there. People just forgotten about that as well. Like, he's gotten our national team to play well for God knows how long. So after one match and playing slightly negative football, now you think he should be sacked. Like, just England fans, man. Like, just stop being so pessimistic and back the manager.